today's video, we're in the capital city of Wales, Cardiff. We've actually come down for a birthday celebration, but thought let's do a vlog too. So if you don't know us, I'm Rachel and he's Wills, and together we're Postcard and a Pint. So bring on the bay, conjure up a castle and pass us a pint, and let's explore Cardiff. It was a wonderful sunny day and a surprisingly easy, stress-free train trip down to Cardiff. We quickly dumped our bags at our hotel and then Will was all ready for showing me the finer sights of Cardiff. The sun certainly brings everyone out onto the streets. It was quite the party atmosphere. Brewery Quarter, we'll certainly be checking that out on this visit. Oh, I see you already have. Actually, this was our tea stop pre-party at Restaurant Santa Maria. Very tasty. In 2021, Cardiff had a population of over 362,000 people, and it seems like they're all out today. We love the architecture and general hustle and bustle, and the street performers. We don't know who this fella is, but what a character. This is now the market, but was once the site of the county jail that stood here for 300 years and was the scene of many brutal punishments. Sadly, as it was approaching 5 p.m, most stalls were closed or closing up. It looks like it would be a great market fully open. Those grapes look lush. It was great to get up to the first floor and get the perspective of the whole market, and guess who found a record store? Thankfully, it was closing. This impressive Victorian building opened in 1891 and is now Grade 2 listed. It's open daily from Monday to Saturday from 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. We definitely need to come back when it's open. Wills was lost down memory lane of all the times he's been down here with different shows. Now the old Victorian shopping arcades look fantastic, but we'll save those for tomorrow. Cardiff Castle is looking fine in the sunshine. We'll save that for tomorrow too. There looks to be some lovely old pubs to check out. Oh, and there he is again. If anyone knows who this guy is, can you pop it in the comments please? He's obviously a Cardiff legend. Wills had decided he needed to go and take a look at the new theatre for old time's sake. There was just time for a bit of busking. A little look at Jollibees. We still haven't been to one. One day. A little look at a carousel, and before we knew it, we were at, well, the new. The front of house staff were fantastic and let Wills have a look around for old time's sake. What a beautiful theatre. Wills brought many shows down here over the years, but Sherlock Holmes wasn't one of them. He was now feeling so nostalgic that he wanted to find his old digs. Wills, time's clocking on, have you got a party to go to later? But walk we did in search of Peggy Fuse's, where Wills used to stay. And we think that's it. A bit further up the street is the Sherman Theatre. Sorry, this has turned into a bit of a theatre-y vlog. I promise you that tomorrow, after we've met all of our theatre-y friends tonight, it will be back to a good old tourist vlog of Cardiff. Back to the hotel we went to freshen up, past the Cardiff Arena, where Beyonce had played a few nights before. Then it was out to Chapter Art Centre for the party. Let's sing it. It's Tim Baker's birthday, a theatre director we've both worked with many times. Having trouble with the candles there, Tim? It was fantastic to meet up with so many old friends, especially this reprobate.
What am I? Yeah, you better believe it, big boy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Philip Harris.
I'm a big fan of your videos. I watch them all the time. What's his name again? Wills and Rachel, great videos, love them. What?
Yep, that's Mr. Phil Harris, Wales's sexiest dame. We loved the Chapter Art Centre, what a fantastic space. It was a very hot night, so great to get out and cool down. With a beer, of course. Then it was time to walk back to our hotel. We really enjoyed Cardiff by night and couldn't wait to explore the next day. The streets were still quite lively. And no, we didn't stop for another one in the brewery quarter. It was past our bedtime by now. One last push and then we were back at the hotel to sleep. Wakey wakey, rise and shine, it's tourist day. Thanks Radisson Blu for a great night's sleep. We took advantage of the breakfast, checked out, left our bags, then headed out. We were so glad we decided to stay over. We'd had a brilliant sleep. And now we've got the whole day to explore Cardiff. I've never been here, Wills has, let's see what we can find. Our first stop was to be Cardiff Bay. This is Bute Street. It was completed in 1830 to link the docks area of Cardiff, then Tiger Bay, to the main city. Now it has cute animals on the path and some very strange housing. I bet they get hot. Back in the day, this area had a reputation as a tough and dangerous place where many murders and lesser crimes went unsolved as the perpetrators had sailed away. Quite a few of the old buildings still exist and the old and the new really work together here. This is the Wales Millennium Centre, Wales's National Art Centre. I know we said today wasn't going to be theatre-y, but bear with us. Ooh, something I can play with. It was a very hot day once again. It's so beautiful down here. Now tell us where you are then, Rach. We're in Cardiff Bay, the sun is shining, it's a gorgeous day. There's a Ferris wheel that I thought was shut. It's going round now, you know how this is going to end. Let's explore. Well, we learnt that today. Ivan Novello was born here. I've got my eye on that Ferris wheel. And that's the Pierhead Buildings, built in 1897 as the headquarters for the Bute Dock Company. But it's not a Ferris wheel, is it? That's the Senedd, the Welsh Parliament, and that's a beautiful view across the bay. Now we fancied taking the water taxi to the castle to avoid the 40-minute walk. I mean, I needed to schedule the boat timings against the impending Ferris wheel ride and an ice cream. Randomly, Yanto Jones is a character from the TV show Torchwood, who got killed off. Very strange. Right, ferry time secured. More hens observed. Great nest building, lads. It was time to head around to the Norwegian church. We saw these police dogs doing their drug training. I mean, seriously, we've seen this twice now, here and drill, and the dogs were confused both times.
Hello.
Good boy. Good boy. And for the record, neither Wills or myself had any drugs whatsoever. But I'm having an ice cream from there later. And a ride on that there Ferris wheel. What a vibrant and exciting place this is now. We'd love to visit here in an evening and soak up the atmosphere. Back past the Senedd, the poor chap who's fallen on his face. I know how he feels. After a short walk and some filming, we arrived at our destination. So where are you? This is the Norwegian church. We'll tell you more about the history in a bit, but it's now an art centre and we believe a friend of ours is working here today. We're going to go and bother her. Are you there, Ali?
Right, so come on in. We're doing a little get-in for Theatr Clwyd. Here's the Norwegian church. This is Gareth.
Hello, Gareth.
And here we are, doing our little fist-up. Tom Blumberg, you probably know.
Tom! How you doing, mate? Yeah, good to see you. Hello.
And we got Kerry James over there.
Hi, Kerry. How you doing?
And Jeanette. Hiya. So here we all are. Cute little space. It's fantastic, isn't it?
It turns out we seem to know more people in Cardiff than we do at home. This church was built in 1868 to serve the religious needs of the Norwegian sailors, as Cardiff was one of the major centres of the Norwegian fleet. And this is the Captain Scott Memorial, to mark the spot from where he started his last fateful voyage. This is a church with so much history. And Roald Dahl was christened there. Who knew? Well, all of us now. Slow down, there's a duck crossing the path. Is that good luck? Back past the Senedd, man who fell on his face, the Pierhead Buildings, because, you guessed it, it's Ferris wheel time. Are you having a suitably good time.
I'm on my Ferris wheel and it's a spinning one.
I'm so easily pleased. Who needs the drone when you can sail through the air on a Ferris wheel? As always, we loved it, but I'm thinking it's now ice cream time. We tried Cadwaladrs before in Cricket and know it's an amazing ice cream. Choices, choices, choices. What to have? Wills is a very strange boy and had strawberry and mint choc chip.
Just got an ice cream. Absolutely crazy. I swear to God we know more people down here than we know at home. Ex-pupil serves me my ice cream. I get name-checked at the ice cream bar. Nice ice cream though.
We are definitely not this popular at home. Onto the water taxi we went for a leisurely sail round to the castle. And look, we just hit 2,000 subscribers. Thank you all so much. We hit 1,000 subscribers on our favourite beach and now 2,000 on a boat in Cardiff. Maybe we should hang out on the water more often. It seems to be our happy place. This was such a tranquil boat trip with plenty of flowers and wildlife, and you go right alongside the Principality Stadium. You can see concerts here and a variety of sports, most importantly, the rugby. Soon it was time to disembark. So tell us about your boat trip if you would, Rach.
That was a great way to get back up town again. That would have taken us 45, 50 minutes to walk if we'd have walked that. For £7 we had a lovely boat ride, saw some great sights and well worth it. I'm thinking we need to go see a castle. Let's go.
The boat drops you off in Butte Park behind the castle. We'd have loved to have taken some time to explore it, but time was pressing on and there was so much to see. We loved this old milestone showing the distance to London, used by the trolleybuses back in the day. This is the famous animal wall that runs alongside the castle. The original animals were carved in the 1880s. It's a great free attraction. Cardiff Castle looks so different to the castles we have in North Wales. We couldn't wait to have a look around. It was such a lovely day. And a lovely night. Cardiff Castle is one of Wales's leading heritage attractions. The most recognisable feature is the impressive 12-sided keep, dating back to Norman times. It sits proudly at the centre of the site. We really enjoyed this part of the castle, although it is a pretty steep climb up. It was built in the early 12th century by Robert Consul, Earl of Gloucestershire. For 8 years it was the prison of Duke Robert of Normandy, the eldest son of William the Conqueror. Although the climb up is pretty steep, you are rewarded with incredible views across the city. All too soon it was time to go down, and that's equally as tricky as going up. They didn't build these staircases to pass people on. There was still so much to see. We had the main castle to find and the tunnels to explore. The keep is something quite special though, as is Will's on occasion. Absolutely beautiful. Into this part of the castle we go. As time became less turbulent, priorities shifted from defence to comfort. In 1766, Lord Bute employed Henry Holland and his father-in-law to undertake a huge programme of demolition and rebuilding. In 1865, the 3rd Marquess of Bute collaborated with architect William Burgess. Both of these men were fascinated by the past and created the ultimate medieval dream palace. Enjoy. The banqueting hall is the largest room in the castle. Although the walls date from the 15th century, everything else is Victorian. The drawing room houses portraits of the Bute family. Even Nelson Mandela has been here, back in 1998, when he was awarded Freedom of the City. The library is in the oldest part of the house and is so impressive. The decorations in this room are themed on literature and language. We'd really enjoyed everything we'd seen so far, and if there are stairs up, we need to go up to check out what's there. In this case, not a lot, but there was a lovely view right across the grounds. There was still another section to see. So where are we going now, Wills?
We're going in the wartime tunnels. Ooh.
Within the walls of Cardiff Castle are tunnels. These tunnels became air raid shelters in the Second World War. With a beautiful soundscape playing, we found this to be so incredibly moving.
I am speaking to you from the Cabinet Room at 10 Downing Street. This morning, the British ambassador in Berlin handed the German government a final note. And that consequently, this country is at war with Germany.
That's been our favourite bit, I think, of the whole of this Cardiff Castle tour, the war tunnels. They've got a soundscape in there with We'll Meet Again, Churchill speeches, the bombs dropping. It's so atmospheric. Both of us, hairs standing up on our arms, imagining what it must have been like. Cool.
Cardiff Castle really is a place that keeps on giving. We've loved our time here and love how this old castle sits right in the heart of the modern city. On with the rest of your day. What's the next thing you do in Cardiff, Wills?
You have a beer.
Do right.
We've had a lovely walk around the castle, we had a gorgeous time down at the bay, and we were going to meet up with our friend Rosie, who we've not seen for ages. But today, very inconveniently, she's chosen to have a baby. Congratulations, Rosie, push and all that. So instead, we're going to go across the road and we're going to find something for Rosie's new baby.
Massive congratulations, Rosie and Jamie, on the birth of your little boy. Fingers crossed you've received this by now. What to buy your new Welsh baby? No, not a candle. Yes, a love spoon. This shop actually houses the world's largest love spoon. We won't be getting that. The symbols carved in the spoons all have different meanings. Spoon chosen, it was off to find a suitably Welsh t-shirt. There we go, and huge congratulations once again. And no, I'm not saying that word today. That's another video. Wills was feeling nostalgic once again, so he went in search of Club Ivo Bach. There it is. Many a fun night was spent there by young Wills when he was on tour. There is some amazing artwork in this street, Womanby Street, if you want to check it out. Now feeling suitably Welsh,
Let's get some Welsh cakes for the train.
we picked these up from Fabulous Welsh Cakes in the Castle Arcade. Can't wait to try you later, lads. Talking of arcades, we really loved the old Victorian and Edwardian arcades in the city. Cardiff is known as the City of Arcades due to the 7 that nestle amongst its streets. As well as the shops and businesses, the arcades have a real cafe culture feel and felt almost Parisian to us. And of course, what did Wills find? A record store, and not only that, Spiller's Records, the oldest record shop in the world apparently. No records today though. The time to get our train home was fast approaching, so it was one last amble through the streets. Wills has always loved Cardiff due to his history with the city, but by now I was really loving it too, and it's a place we'll definitely be back to. We were searching for a place to get a bite to eat before we headed back home. We stuck our heads into the City Arms, one of Cardiff's most traditional pubs, but quickly decided we needed to sit outside as it was so hot. We wandered around, soaking up the city one last time. And can you believe we never did get a drink from the brewery quarter? Talk about letting the side down. We decided to head back to Womanby Street as it was a lot quieter and cooler. Tell us where we ended up, Wills.
We've just stopped for something to eat. We're by the Wetherspoons, opposite Clwyd Bach, which is an old haunt I used to go to back in the day. Oh, I've seen some good bands there. So Wetherspoons.
Thoughts, Rach?
So Cardiff, is it for me? Now I have been here before, but only for work. Only a few times. And when I've worked here, I've literally come in, work, gone. I've never spent any time here before, until today. Now we got here yesterday and we did our first little walkabout and I thought, oh, is this for me? I'm not sure I like this. Probably because I'd worked in the morning, we'd done a 3.5-hour train journey and I was tired. And man, it was busy, it was full. I've never seen so many hen parties at all. But once we'd had a little rest, we'd gone to the party, which was absolutely brilliant. We just loved meeting everybody again. Got up today with a fresh head, and I have to say, I love it. I love Cardiff. We had an amazing day. The bay is fantastic. I think my favourite part today was the castle, but especially the war tunnels. That was just hairs on the back of your neck. Really loved that. And yeah, the vibe here is so friendly. Yeah, I'm a convert. Loving Cardiff.
Really enjoyed this little jolly down to Cardiff. I used to come down here a lot with work, but it's been years really, and it's changed so much. It's changed so much since I was here. We've had a brilliant time. The party last night was so good, seeing so many old friends, people we haven't seen for many years now, so that was amazing. Today's been fantastic. The weather, couldn't have asked for better weather. The boat trip in the bay's beautiful. Like Rachel, those tunnels, they were a bit hair-raising, weren't they? They were great. And yeah, it's been such a good day. Had a great time. I wish I was staying for another night, to be honest, but we've got to go soon. So yeah.
We're going to cut over to the castle for a quick cheers to the good times. But first of all, how are those Welsh cakes on the train?
Well, the train journey home was atrocious, but the Welsh cakes? They were amazing.
And, as we say in Postcard a Pint, cheers to the good times. Clink.
While we were down in Cardiff, we went into a bar and there were these two big ladies sat in the corner chatting with really strong accents. This bloke walks in, he says, "Excuse me ladies, are you two from Scotland?" They're, "Wales!" He said, "Oh, I'm awfully sorry. Excuse me, Wales, are you two from Scotland?"